And we're back. A couple things have changed. The camera is now facing the right way this time. Sorry about that again. We're running wireless this time, so we'll see the latency. I'm only about a foot and a half away from my rig though, where the dongle is. Out in the living room, I had run into some issues with the wireless. The store page states that you can get up to about, I think it's like 5 meters, which is roughly 15 feet. I found that not to be true, at least in my case. I'm sure you can get 15 feet with uninterrupted signal, so nothing blocking it. I like to sit on the couch with my feet kind of propped up on an ottoman, and then my controller behind it. The Xbox I have out there and the PlayStation, they don't have any issue with interference. This, however, does. Also, sorry for the delay on this video. I've been sick over the past couple days. I'm starting to feel better now, though. Okay, so controller configurations. I have this set as just a standard Xbox controller, so all the on-screen prompts are going to be the same as the face buttons that you see on the controller, obviously. The D-pad is the elephant in the room. So there's a couple different settings that we can use for the D-pad. The first being it requires a click. So in order to go left or right or up or down, it's not a touchpad. Let's go over to training. So I haven't played this game in a while. I'm not a huge fighting game buff, but I do like my Mortal Kombat. I do like this game. I was playing about 15, maybe 20 minutes out in the living room, so we'll see how we do here. So right off the bat, the controller just works. The game will read it as an X input device, so your 360 controller or your DualShock if you're using that. I forget the name of the program, DS3 something or other. Okay. So D-pad, big elephant in the room. I'm just touching it right now. I don't have much of a dead zone on here. In fact, I don't think there's any dead zone. So now I'm just touching the D-pad, no inputs are registering. If I click down, now it registers. This is really going to come down to personal taste. And for a fighting game like this where you need quick button inputs, it's doable, but I don't really like them. Let's see if I even remember. No, that's not right. There we go. Well, he's flying up there. We'll go and configure this. You can already see him back to using the joystick. I don't like the offset of the D-pad and the face buttons here. Everything works. The grip buttons can be bound to anything. The face buttons will have a turbo option. The D-pad has a turbo option if you're into that. I think it's neat. I just don't see anyone preferring this over a 360 pad. People have gotten used to those 360 pads. I don't know why you would want to buy one of these when it doesn't really do anything different. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play a little bit of Injustice. And I briefly talked about it just a second ago. But we're going to play a total of 3 different rounds. The first round we're going to use as kind of a warm-up, so we're going to play with the analog stick. So then the following 2 rounds we're going to use the D-pad. The D-pad is going to act like a touchpad, basically. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to pick Green Lantern. He's pretty much my main, or he was my main. Haven't played a lot of this game. But let's see how we do. So that was the analog stick. Now we're going to do a round with the D-pad. Ah. And I'm fucking dead. Shit. That was awfully close. Let's go and do one more. Really wish I was more familiar with this game, but the back forward inputs are a little bit hard to input here. But maybe that's just me. Actually, I'm kind of surprised at how lenient the controller is here. Wow, I really messed that one up. So while this is going, what I had done is this right grip here, I had bound to left trigger, right trigger, so I just had to press that to initiate my super, which is kind of cool. Not really thinking outside the box when it comes to rebinding, but that was just something I kind of came up with on the fly. I think there are more opportunities here. Alright, okay, there it is. There's one analog round, and then 2 rounds with the D-pad. I think the biggest takeaway from this is not going to replace your standard or your favorite pad that you play with. I think this is more just to show that you can do it. But if you're wanting to buy one of these to replace a 360 pad or whatever for fighting games, you shouldn't buy one of these for that reason. As my other video stated, these pads really excel at games that you're trying to take from your keyboard and mouse configuration and bring them out to the living room, as it's advertised. I think if you purchase one of these pads and you want to play fighting games on it, you're probably going to be a little bit disappointed. So I think that's pretty much it here. The next video is going to be diving a little bit deeper into the dual stage triggers, and we're going to be using a first-person shooter game for that, specifically one that requires iron sight usage. In doing so, we're going to free up other buttons on the controller for more inputs, so stay tuned.